Hey, everybody. This is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher here this afternoon, coming to you with this breaking news. You know me, I'm always getting a news notification. And I'm seeing shout out to the New York Post, because this is where I first got the information, the notification from. And it seems they dropped a little bit of this yesterday night, maybe early this morning. But I see they've updated some information. So they have caught the two illegal immigrants suspects who stole Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's purse from the Capitol Burger, where she was attending Easter dinner with her family. And also, in attendance was Secret Service. I was able to confirm that, yes, Secret Service was actually inside with her and her family. Now, the suspect, hey, Lindsay, the suspect on the right, that is the first suspect. He was actually found with most of the stuff that he was actually found with the purse. And I was like, when I heard that and I read it, and then they show, I'm gonna show you a video. I'm gonna show you that video. I'm gonna show you a picture in a minute where he got the purse in front of him, and I'm like, this whole case has been like wrapped up in a pretty bow and presented to us. And I'm just like, I understand, she's the Department of Homeland Security. They probably got the Secret Service on the clock. The president probably checking on this because he got an agenda. He want to look like he fulfilling his, campaign promise, whatever. And it's going with the stereotype that, hey, all these are criminals. And then also, both articles mentioned that they came into the country illegally. But only the second suspect, they actually said that he came through the southern border. They always got to say that. In 2021, but he had a removal order, I think they said for this past December. But I just don't trust the Trump administration. I just need to see some paperwork. If y'all gonna blame it on somebody, if y'all don't blame it on somebody, show me the paperwork then. Just because I'm trying to figure out, you mean to tell me that no illegal immigrants came to this country between 2017 and 2021 when Trump was in office the first time? Okay. I really think, so the man on the right, that is Mario Bustamante Leyva. He was the one, he's considered the primary suspect. He was still in the DC area. The second suspect, he was actually, his name is Cristiano Rodrigo. Is it Montesino? He got a phone name. I think I did hashtag him. But anyway, he was found. He's being listed as an accomplice, but he was not in the DC area. He was in Florida. So the Miami PD caught up with him. So you remember, also you understand, especially these red states, they are cooperating with ICE. So when they're like sending out this information, they have the resources of the local government, the state government, and also the federal government. So I'm just like, maybe that's why, because how high profile she is, and strong administration. But I just don't, and it's like, this is in a smaller bowl, just pretty for us. So I'm just like. But then I had some, I went to the high school for law enforcement criminal justice. We took class, so they told us, hey, we need to create some questions. We're looking at these different cases, and don't just, take it face value like, hey, this is the obvious answer, or this is the obvious conclusion. You got to come up with some other questions. Okay. And then, I also took political science and history. at Texas A&M. And again, my professors are telling me, like, hey, read this history, but also make sure you ask what questions is it answering, what questions is it not answering? What is the inferences? What is the bias? Okay? Is it a reputable source? Is it valid? What can we say from this? And and again, I got a master's degree, teaching social study. I tell my students, hey, so what? What else can you tell me? But why is this important? Why? And I'm reading the articles. I will put them in the thing later. Once I get home. And I'm trying to figure out something. Okay. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? First it was one illegal immigrant. Now I said they were gonna say Trinidad Agua and MS-13. I was wrong about that. But this time it's like, okay, we went from one illegal immigrant to two, but then one of the articles from yesterday said, oh, this is an East Coast robbery crew. So is the robbery crew too, or is there some more people? Now, I did notice that it seemed that her purse being stolen was part of a weeks-long series of women getting their valuables stolen at different restaurants in the area. So there was a lady on, I think, on the 12th, the 15th, and then, Kristi got her, I think it was another lady too, I forget. And then Kristi Noem got hers taken on the 20th. So, and this is, I want to show y'all something. Okay. So this photo right here, this is from, I think they said this is the DC area. So this was somewhere around either the second or third, what do you call it? Second or third robbery they did. Okay, and that's them on, I guess, on the DC cameras. Okay, but according to them, Mario Bustamante Leyva has a history of doing this. Here is a photo of him from some surveillance footage back in London in 2015. He just went, and there's another picture. But it's from video. He basically, the women, as you can see, they're at the table. They're not really paying attention. Their purses are on the back, and he just comes by and he just lifts the purse and he keeps going. Okay. So that's like his pattern. So according to them, and then here is, okay, I want you to go back here to this one right here. Do you see it said, okay, the article I read yesterday said, oh, he had on a mask, like a COVID, and then he had on a fur collared shirt, and dark pants. Well, look at the jacket that he's wearing. It's fur. It's a little fur. So I think it was a jacket he was wearing. And so according to the article, it said, hey, she was in there with her family. The Secret Service men, I guess they were at one table or at the bar or something, and she was at her table with her family, and her purse was on the floor. And then all of a sudden, you see Bustamante. I want to see this video. Bustamante go to another table nearby, and then all of a sudden, he is like sliding her purse, I guess, with his foot away from her table, and then he just grabs the purse and puts it on his coat, and he leaves. And so I'm just like, okay, so this man got past Secret Service, her whole family, and her, and you put your purse where this man can, get it. And so for me, I feel like this is a man who takes advantage of people not paying attention or of opportunity. So this is what I believe is happening. One, they needed. I think that they were looking for these guys already, and I think they wanted something to put in the news to say, "Hey, these illegal immigrants, we're nabbing them because they're thieves and horrible people, and we're going to arrest them and then we're going to report them out the country." And I think they needed a win for once, and I think uh, I think it was a sting operation. I think it was a setup. I think they knew, like, hey, these are the restaurants that they've been going to. They gonna do this one next. So they were trying to figure out, hey, how can we ensure that we get enough cooperation from the DC police, the Capitol Police, the Secret Service, the DHS, any law enforcement, state, local, county government to grab these two. Oh, they need to steal a purse from a high profile person. Oh, well, who can we call? Well, who can we look? Well, who wears expensive stuff? Kristi Noem wears expensive stuff. She got a 50K watch. She probably got some purse with something. So this is what I think. I think she went and got some cash, 3K. I think she has a blank check. She probably didn't have her government ID or her passport because she probably just came from whatever. So I'm thinking, like, this was now it makes sense why her government badge was in her purse, because she was still on the job. Her family was a cover. That's what I believe. Because you trying to tell me this middle-aged man who doesn't seem that fit walked into a restaurant and was able to get this person away. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, let me say something. Okay. I want y'all to look at this video. Look at this picture. All right. Hold on. Put it back up. This is a picture from some video where they show him. This is him with her Gucci purse and a little bitty, I guess, in a little bitty purse in the bag. So that's supposed to be her purse and her wallet. So you mean to tell me a thief is somewhere with this he just stole out in the open like this? And ladies and gentlemen, you know how they called him according to the article? Kristi Noem had credit cards in her purse. He bought things with a credit card, and then he went to a nearby motel. I think this is the thing, y'all. When they went in there to arrest him, guess what they found? They found the Gucci purse and the wallet. They found the 3K in cash. He still had it. They had her ID, her wallet, and her government badge. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say they wrapped this up like a bow and just were presenting it to us, I never heard. Now, some people do say thieves are dumb. And I do believe one of the articles is something about mental capacity. I don't know. But, oh, by the way, the man, the main suspect, Mario, is given 3 charges. He's charged with Kristi Noem's theft, but also he's what do you call it? He's also charged with 2 out of the 3 other thefts he already did. So he has identity theft, fraud, identity theft. Then I think it's burglary and something else. I'll put it all in the thing. But I'm just talking about a criminal doesn't see cash in the purse and goes and uses that first. You don't try to go and hawk or sell the Gucci purse. You don't try to toss the credit cards, or at least go to the ATM and see how much cash you can get off the credit card, and then toss them. Like, okay, I just, hmm. So does Christy, like, and how many other victims just get all their shit back after their stuff is sold, and the suspect is found within what's the day? Is the eighth, a week, 8 days. I know she has the federal government at her disposal, but seeing that you had two Secret Service agents and this man who's making all these damn mistakes after the fucking fact was able to get this damn purse, you must have just left that motherfucker out in the open for him just to take it. Because that was the only way he was gonna get it. I just like, what? Come on, y'all. Am I just being one of those conspiracy theorists? Am I making sense? Am I going too far? Tell me if I'm going too far now. And according to them, they're going to the guy that's in Miami. They haven't charged him yet. Excuse y'all. I guess they're waiting to figure out what they're going to charge him with, and I guess he'll have to be extradited back to DC. But my thing is this: are y'all? They keep saying like, oh, we're going to prosecute them to the fullest of law, and then we're going to deport them. So my thing is, you already know they committed this crime, so you're going to use American resources to house them in a prison, and then send them back to Chile. That's what I'm talking. Okay, this is about to be a thank you. It's about to be a Lee Hart eyebrows what conspiracy theory for like yes, like how. But this is also a thing too. This is for them to tout how serious they are and how effective they are at capturing illegal immigrants and deporting them. This is what I'm saying. Like this was a sting. They needed a win, especially after Pete Hegseth messing up the week before. Oh, they needed a win. And then look, the Pope died. That was the biggest news. They needed something over here. Like, okay, what can we do? Okay, the Pope died. It's the Monday. Wait, Kristi Noem? She got a Gucci purse stolen. What she had in the purse? $3K, blank checks, a government badge, and a passport. Well, she usually goes, when she goes to visit other countries and stuff. I kept trying to figure out why she got this, because she was still technically on the clock. She probably just came from the office, so the family meet me down at the Capitol Burger Grill. Probably walked down there with two Secret Service men. Probably before the family got there, they're like, hey, you put your purse right here. This is where our intel said they're going to be here. This, and you just pay attention to your family the whole time. Like, I think this is a sting operation. What they call it? Entrapment? Some people may say entrapment. So I'm just like, okay. And y'all got two guys from Chile. I don't have to look up Chile's how their government is right now. If they got someone like Nayib Bukele or Putin or if they got someone else in charge, because I just got a feeling that some of them are very cooperative. Yeah.
be on there for 5 minutes. Um, so I finally got back home. So I have to edit this video. Um, yeah, it said, let's say let's be some Lee Harvey Oswald conspiracies. Yeah, it is. So boom, the 3K is finally in the pocketbook is a down payment for the fake crime. And rest of them going to be available in the countryside. In the country they departed to. That you know what? That makes sense. Either that or it's going to a family member who's still in the country, that needs it as well. Because I just look at this like, how is this all wrapped up like this? That exactly, and I think that's what they're trying to prove. It's like, hey, look, she wasn't. They didn't steal from her because she's Kristi Noem or because they know she's a government official. No, they just stole from her because it was a convenient and she was right there and they stole from you. So not that puts that in the mind of a whole bunch of other people. Like, oh, these illegal immigrants, they're stealing from us. That was the whole reason why the White House press secretary had Patty Morin come up there and tell everybody how sad and upset she was that the senator from Maryland didn't even talk about her own deceased daughter who was murdered unalive by illegal immigrant from El Salvador. And he was going down there to get Abrego Garcia. It's really all about performance with these people. It's been working for the MAGAs. They just believe everything they say, but it's like, I can't believe everything y'all tell me. I can't. This is wrapped up in a nice bow too. I was like, when was the last time the victim got their purse and their money and everything else back? And the suspect just had it. Was able to be apprehended that like, are you serious? And I'm thinking like, okay, maybe the smarter man is the one that went to Florida. Cause maybe once they got back to the hotel and they were looking at the stuff and they're like, hey man, whose stuff did you get? And he was like, I don't know, some lady. And he realized this was an important purse you done stole. Cristiano got the hell up out of there. They caught up with him in Florida. That's a great question, Lindsay. Because right now, the ones that have been arrested, they are going through the due process with them. And but everybody else, who got deported, moved on. It was like, oh, these informants and the pictures, and we know that that's the proof. That's all the proof we have or need. And then they put them on a bus or a train to the nearest detention center far away, and then put them on a plane outside the country. It looks like in secret. You don't want us to question you, so you just want us to believe you that, hey, these people are here illegally and they have to go. And it's just okay. All right. And now you deporting the mamas with the babies, which I do believe they said during the campaign that if the children, if they were U.S. children and they were born to illegal immigrant parents, that they said that they were going to send them, they were going to deport them too. So is this them keeping their promise? Because like within the last 3 or 4 days, we talked about like 3 or 4 kids who are U.S. citizens that have been deported with the children. But Marco Rubio want to say, oh no, they were not deported. Their parents were deported. Their children just went with them. Then why didn't you put the children next of kin to come pick them up? or call CPS. No, because that requires due process and more paperwork. You know, and I will say this too: under Biden in December, there was a case here in Houston that a lady, she had a baby, she had complications, she missed her appointment. Um, the office told her like, "Hey, come in for this one." She just thought she was checking in. ICE was there to pick her up, and they were picking her up. It's like, "Oh, you missed your appointment." She tried to explain to them, "I was in the hospital. I had two babies. She had twins. She was having trouble with the babies. They wouldn't let her call. She just needed to call her husband. She said there were 4 kids. Two of the kids were just born in the United States. The man was looking. He got on TV, and I think he's able to get an immigration attorney. But I was just so surprised. Like, damn, this happened under Biden. And I kept thinking, like, is Trump already in charge of some shit? Because I just was like, I'm like, are they just gearing up whoever in the office to get started? Like, what the hell is going on? And this woman with no money, no nothing, they just put her on, I think it was a bus. And just, from Houston to the Rio Grande, and then just put her on the other side of the border, like Matamoros or something. That woman had no money, no nothing. And you 4 kids and 2 of them were babies. I need to double check in the case to see if he's getting help to get out, because that's 2 kids, and then the last week was 3. Okay, that's 5 kids we know of so far. What about how many we don't know? And then I just saw a document, which I need to show y'all, that said that they can go into the house, because when they come to your house and you open the door, they need to have a search warrant. But let's say ICE comes to your door, you don't have to answer your door. Okay. You know, hey, Fourth Amendment right. Okay. But if you're anywhere else and they're like, "Oh, we're here to arrest you," you need to ask them, "Okay, you got a warrant?" They need to have something with them. And so this document said, if you know someone, they meet so criteria for deportation, and you don't have the necessary paperwork to a warrant to go into their home, you can still go into their home. And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, so we disrespecting the Fourth Amendment? We just not passing any type of damn laws? Oh my goodness, Lord Jesus, fix it, Jesus. Oh, and guess what else happened today? So like last week, because of the 100 lawsuits, the Trump administration was like, okay, we're gonna stop. We're gonna give the student visas back. Today they said, you know what? We're gonna revoke the cancellations. And we're gonna keep them. We're gonna keep them. We're gonna keep them student visas after all. And I'm just like, what the hell? But there's a thing in this country, I forget what the name of the case is. Because if you look at the Constitution, it doesn't say citizen, it just says person. So technically, if you're calling yourself a democracy, whether the person's illegal or not, they still do have rights. And like I said, it's a process. And some of these people were legal. They were like, oh, they got the visa, they got the work visa, they got refugee status, they had the green card, but guess what? It was under the previous administration. And now Trump is reversing a lot of stuff. He's actually making people illegal that wasn't illegal. Like the Venezuelans they were, because of the status of their country, they were protected. He just reversed it once he became president because he just didn't like what Biden was doing. Um, the students that were protesting doing their First Amendment right, and he just took their visas and say, okay, y'all got to get up out of here. And I'm just like, damn, you don't even like somebody and they got to go. One lady, she was and this is also there's some people who are getting letters that are saying, hey, you need to you're here illegally, you need to either self-deport and try to process again, or we're gonna come pick you up and kick you out, and then you can never come back. And this is the thing I have a problem with. Let's say they are illegal. They really are illegal. Why can't you let the family know where the hell they at? You take them hours away from their family because it means you really don't want them to return. You're doing that on purpose. And then you're putting them on a plane and you're sending them somewhere else. And now Trump talking about, oh, we got some homegrown criminals. We need to send them out there too. Like, damn, everybody get to go to a foreign jail because what? This year will be our 250-year anniversary of this country. This is what we celebrating in a year? What? And right now you have to be careful as a citizen because they even pulling over some people and asking you a whole bunch of questions. If you think you got your green card, your visa, you going back home to visit your family, that once you leave, no problem. Coming back, they got you getting interrogated. There's a lady from Ireland. She's been here 30 years. She got a green card. She's gone back to Ireland several times. No problem. She's white, everybody. Irish white. Do you know she came through the San Diego uh uh airport, and they have like a border customs area. They flagged her, right? Because I'm thinking also they're filtering people for crimes. So if you have a green card, you had a visa, and you committed some type of crime, whether it's misdemeanor, felony, whatever, you gone. It could be a speeding ticket. There's a guy, African guy, black African guy. His white guy, him an immigration attorney. He is in detention now because of was a speeding ticket. I want to say speeding ticket. He has a green card. And I want to say he also served in the military. So I'm just like, wait a minute. Y'all going back that far? It was like decades ago. And this lady, the Irish lady, she had gotten her charge expunged. So my thing is, if the state expunged you, why didn't it count for the federal government too? And then I read an article, and I just wish she didn't do that. They let her go, and she went back to the place, the airport, to the border customs office, showed them her paperwork and said, hey, I got expunged. Do you know they still arrested her? I was thinking to myself, ma'am, lady, why'd you go back? They would have to come get me. If you're not taking me now, I'm not coming back up here. I'm just going to fact you myself. Matter of fact, I'm going to go find a lawyer. Now her family, her sister started to go fund me so they can get her an attorney. Because right now she's in a women's detention center. Guess what they sent her? They sent her to Seattle, Washington, y'all. No, Tacoma, Washington. She's from San Diego. So they see the white Irish like she's in the place she's in. She's she's trying to communicate with everybody because everybody must have there is Hispanic. They don't speak English. And it's just like right now, and that's what they're making the face of it is illegal. Oh, these are Hispanic. No, there are European legal residents, work visas, student visas. It's not just Latin America. There are also Asians. There's also Africans. There's also Caribbeans. One lady, and some of them. The thing is, as a whole immigration does need to be reformed. There are people who were adopted as children and brought here. Their parents dropped the ball and did not continue the naturalization process. So guess what? They are at risk of being deported too. Is that fair? You say illegal is illegal. Like, come on, we case by case, due process. You know. So yeah, just. But thank y'all, Lindsay. Thank you, Joshua, for listening to me. Those of you in the bushes, or those of you going to watch this later, I will, once the video finishes processing, I will cut out the part where I'm not, where my phone had died and it's just no silence. You don't see anything. So, but any of the details come up with any of these cases, I will definitely tell you. Please check out my video from earlier today, where I basically had to give a history lesson to this lieutenant governor who was trying to prove that trying to say that the 3/5 compromise was all about people being equal. And I was like, somebody must have missed the class. Someone must have been talking while the teacher was talking. Maybe he was tardy. Maybe he was late. Maybe he was absent that day. Cause he's talking about he don't like the DEI revisionist history, but he was revisioning history himself. Okay. And it was just, matter of fact, let me see if I can go get it. Hold on, y'all. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, the GOP, this Republican basically was trying to, this is my last video. Let me put it in here for y'all. And I also put in the description the other videos I'm referencing. I also put in the resources that I use. The U.S. Constitution, the book called Slavery's Constitution by David Wallstreicher. I also put a review of his book in there by someone from Johns Hopkins. I also put a video of the man, the lieutenant governor, what he said. And I'm just like, I listened to it. I was just so upset. I was like, I even said in the video, sorry, do you need me to tell you? Do you need some help? What's going on with you? What is going on with you? Yeah. So, but thank y'all so much. I will talk to y'all later. I gotta go walk my dog this afternoon. Give him some love and hugs. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.